When did it sink in that today was your last day at Moody Coliseum, and what were your emotions like today?
I don't even know if it has sunk in, to be honest. I've been here for 5 years, which is such a long time. And I guess it kind of felt like any other day, you know, we were preparing to win. I think the fact that my parents were here was a bit different because that's only the second game of my career that they've actually seen. But yeah, I think maybe looking back, I'll be like, you know, realize it a little bit more.
I was going to ask how many times they'd been here. What were they like before the game?
I actually didn't see them today. You know, we have shoot around and stuff, and their phones don't work in America, so I can't really even talk to them. I mean, they got here I think Monday, so I spent the week with them, and it's just been good. It's my grandma's here too, so it's just nice to show them around, show them what I've been doing for 5 years, and yeah, just spend some time with them.
After the tribute before the game for you and Mackenzie, your teammates came and sort of swarmed around you. Anything specific you remember that your teammates said to you?
No, I think there's just a lot of screaming. I mean, just, you know, a lot of love, hugs, you know. It just shows that you're appreciated, and it shows that, you know, we may have started the season a bit rough, but we really are starting to come together as a team, and I think that you can see that there's genuine, like, love for each other.
All right. You started the season a little bit rough. You're now on a 3-game winning streak with 1 regular season game left.
Yeah.
What are the big differences that either of you sees? What's working well right now?
Our defense.
Yeah.
Like, we have really picked up our disciplines in our defense. We're executing our offense. We're just basically doing our job. Every single person, like, we're working on things. We're disciplines. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I mean, coach has really been on just doing your job and doing the discipline. But defensively, I think that's where it starts for us. You know, when we get consecutive stops or we stop people scoring, I think that gives us momentum and it gives us energy. And then, I mean, you saw that we kind of ran out of that game just because of our defense. Like, we got some steals, they couldn't score. And I mean, what was that, a 20-point win? Like, you can see that we're growing.
Paige, you had, I think, 6 early points. Was that just the way the game was unfolding, or was that a result of, I know Coach Mays has been after you to shoot more.
Yeah.
Have you been looking to be more aggressive?
Yeah, he's been on me about looking to shoot because I can shoot, and he knows that he trusts me to shoot that shot. So just catching the shoot, and if it's open, take it, and then, yeah, just doing my job, I guess.
Yeah, and I think it's also a reflection of practice. You know, she's been practicing well. She's been doing that stuff in practice, and I mean, it showed in the game.
You've always talked about team accomplishments before your own, but the accomplishments that were read off before the game, any of these numbers sinking in with you yet? Which are you most proud of?
All of them.
Yeah, I think just all of them. I mean, it's kind of, I think that it's just that I'm playing and I don't really realize what I'm doing. So I think looking back, I'll be like, oh, not many people do that stuff when they, you know, go through college. But again, I'm just playing, and I love to play.
You're wrapping up your first season at SMU, and obviously Coach Mays and his staff, you work with them every day. But with Alicia and Mackenzie wrapping up their senior year, how much have they helped you as sort of mentors, adding to what the coaches have been teaching you all year?
A lot. Like, even just, like, not even on the court, but off the court, like, as soon as I got here, they both took me in with open arms, and they really, like, helped me just transition to come to college and get through that whole, like, process of, like, it's an everyday thing. You got to work every day. It's a grind, but it's so worth it. And, like, I really appreciate everything they've done for me. Like, I almost cried in the beginning of, like, when they walked out. I was like, pull yourself together, but it was rough. So I will miss them. I'll miss playing with them, but I'm looking forward to see how our team grows.
Coach, what are your emotions like on a senior day, and what do Alicia and Mackenzie mean to you and your staff?
My emotions probably, I didn't hear what these young ladies said, but I'm sure they're very, very similar. Let me just start with what I just heard Paige say, because that right there is almost the ultimate. When she says Mackenzie and Alicia just put her under her wings and just took her in with open arms, I would not know, well, I do because I played professionally, but as a college player to leave home at 17 years old, to go to a foreign country, and none of your family's over there, I couldn't imagine what that would be like. So first and foremost, that's a lot of courage, but for me to hear as a coach, that's what our seniors has done for one of our freshmen, and I think that's what builds culture. I think that's going to be something that Paige will never forget, and I think she will pass that along to every player, or if there's a foreign player that comes to play with her at some point here at SMU, she would understand what it felt like and what Alicia and Mackenzie made her feel like. So first I just want to touch on that. But on senior night, it's bittersweet for me. I know what they're feeling. To put the uniform on and play for the fans who cheered you on for your entire career, knowing that and those people don't know how much they inspire a young athlete, because Alicia can't go out and tell them all the time, but the feeling is there. So I can almost feel what it is that she's possibly feeling, her and Mackenzie. I wanted them to go out with the win. I was not going to sell them short. I told them I wasn't going to cheat them on senior night, so they got my best coaching. They made me shut up when I needed to shut up, and I was screaming when they didn't want me to scream. So I did it all. So I wanted them just to go out on a great note.
It was fairly close at halftime, and then you all pulled away in the second half. What were you able to do in the second half that widened that margin to give you the win?
I mean, I think our defense really stepped up. Coach was harping on us just not doing a job, just not doing the little things at halftime.
I was harping.
I mean, but we needed it. We weren't doing what we needed to be doing, and he just kind of gave us that message. And I think that, I don't know, I think we are growing as a team. I think there's also a bit of emotions. It's senior day. I think I felt like people were playing for me and Kenzie too. So I think there was just a accumulation of a lot of things, and we just went out there and were like, no, we're not losing this game. And I think we listened to Coach.
Yeah.
You notice she said they was playing for her, and she didn't say the coaches was coaching for her and Kenzie. You didn't hear
Yeah,
that.
they were doing that too.
You've said a couple times this year you wanted Paige to be more aggressive and shoot more. Was this her best game of the year in your eyes?
She's been building up to this. Her practices has been more aggressive. You just never know. I got a group of 7 freshmen. That's like, everybody knows that by now. We talked about it so much. But you just never know when the light comes on. And what I mean by the light coming on, that means Paige is absolutely feeling comfortable doing what I want her to do. She heard me all day. She heard me from the first day she stepped on the floor. Paige, be aggressive. Paige, I need you to catch the shoot. But until Paige feels comfortable doing that, it's just not going to happen. It was one of her best games. I think Paige have played well. I don't look at how Paige played when it comes to only the points. She plays the game when our team is playing together. She's extremely efficient. She's a very good passer. High basketball IQ. I'm going to tell you guys right now, Paige is going to be a force. Paige is going to be someone that is going to help us win a lot of games here at SMU.
Before you got up here, they were talking about how much the team has improved since the beginning of the year to now. And
Yes.
so now you're riding a 3-game winning streak. You've got East Carolina and then the conference tournament. For any of you, how do you feel about just confidence level and the way the team is playing as the end of the season's approaching?
I'm excited just because it's obvious now that we don't realize how much better we've gotten, but now it's starting to show. It's like, as we trust the disciplines, trust the game plan, trust coach, trust each other, it's just it's fun. It's just fun to play that way. Yeah, it's just going to end the season on a good note and build into next year.
I don't know how. I mean, she said it almost perfect. But to add on from a coach's lens, she talked about trusting the discipline, trusting the offense, and stuff like that. I think what they're beginning to do is understand what it is I've been saying to do. I was wondering why they couldn't do it, and I think if you have 1 or 2 freshmen, they get a little bit quicker. When you have 7, it's a lot of them taking in a lot of information, and they're out there trying to help one another, but they don't know how to help them other than console them and make their emotions feel better. I think now they're understanding what we're saying, and by them beginning to understand it, they're starting to execute it. And to me, as I'm glad to hear Paige say she's starting to have fun, because when you don't understand something and you keep giving all your energy and it's not getting wins, it gets frustrating. It can take the fun out of it. I think they are beginning to have some fun.